Hello, and welcome back to our podcast channel. I hope you are doing well. Without further ado, let's get into our story. Credits of the first part of the story, that was written in Arabic ink, goes to a Moroccan writer. So today, we will be talking about a ritual, but not a scary one. It rather contains a lot of joy and fun. Plus, it is one of the oldest, even before the Islamic region arrives. The legend of Mother Tangou, as known in Tunisia, or Tangou in the Amazigh language, translated in English as the Rain Doll. So what is this legend, and why does it have multiple namings? This ritual is commonly known around the North African countries and tribes, and it differs from country to another. Some people say it is only a myth, and some others believe it is a true story, and that's the reason the rituals were made. So to understand the story better, let us first talk about Tazlit Anzar. What does the name mean, and who does it refer to? And what is its relation to the Tunisian story of Tangou? Once upon a time, there was once a man named Anzar, king of rain, fell in love with a girl from earth named Tazlit. He wanted to marry her. The girl was of a great beauty that radiates the earth like a moon in the sky, with a bright fair skin and sparkling silky crown. It was a custom of this girl to bathe in a river where its water shines like silver. One day, the Rain King Anzar came down to earth and tried to approach her. However, she felt really terrified of him and ran away. But one day, Anzar told her, "Behold, I sever the sky for you, star among the stars, so give me yourself, or shall I prevent you from my water?" The girl then replied, "I beg of you, water king, O studded forehead with coral, I vow to you, yet I am scared of gossip." After he heard her words, he got very angry and rose up, turned his ring, and the river dried up immediately. The girl shouted, her eyes filled with tears, for that the water is her soul. She took off her silky gown and uttered the words, "Anzar, O Anzar, the flower of the lands, make the river flow again, and come take your revenge." In that moment, the girl caught sight of the Rain King coming back her way in the form of a sparkling thunder, filled with rage. He took her with him and returned the waters flowing in the river, and the whole land became green again. After that, they both transformed into a beautiful rainbow. Since that time and until now, the story remains to be believable. The people of the region believe that the connection between the heavenly Anzar and the earthly girl is the reason for the fertility of the earth. So they took a custom of celebrating the rituals of Tazlit Anzar, and this is how it goes. A very loved and respected elderly woman from the village chooses a girl to be Anzar's bride. She dresses her with the silkiest clothes and decorates her with the shiniest jewelries, then hands her a landau named Tangou in Amazigh, which is a small handmade doll, and send her on a tour to do the rituals by circling around the village singing some words. "O Anzar, the ladle stiffens. The green lands are dying. Your bride is begging you. O Anzar, your bride wants you." And during the tour, villagers sprinkle her with water and give her gifts, and then some women join her, and they all head to one of the shrines chanting, "Anzar, O Anzar, O king of the rain, stop the drought to ripen the crop on our mountains." Then in the shrines, all the women cook some food to be given. Then the elderly woman strips the bride and wraps her with one of the nets used to transport the grain and fodder to indicate that there is no longer a trace of green grass in the ground. Then the girl roams around the shrine 7 times while holding the ladle in her hand, so that the hand of the ladle, Tarinja, is in front of her, as if she is asking for water, and the girl chants, "O King of Rain, give me water. I am offering myself to you." Then after that, the rituals end with the gathering of everyone around the girl, then start a game like a Berber golf game known as Zerzari, Takura, Shira, or Uja in some other regions. It is a very widespread game in the North African regions, and it contains a ritual nature linked to rain and fertility, in which a ball of cork, bone, wood, or wool is played with bats and sticks, where all the players compete to make it fall into a hole. This ball here represents a seed that is planted in earth, and during the game, the players chant some songs. Then once the ball is in the hole, the game ends by burying it in the ground and leave it there. Then all the girls return back to their homes. Now, what is the relationship of these rituals to the Tunisian version? Oumouk Tangou, translated as Mother Tangou, refers to the deity Tanit that is worshipped by the inhabitants of Carthage. She was a symbol of fertility and prosperity that ruled with Ba'alamun. Tanit had a well-known symbol that is represented by a triangle topped by a circle and separated by a horizontal line. Time passes by. With the coming of the Islamic region, Oumouk Tangou became an extension of the Carthaginians' goddess Tanit. However, the pagan character has been abolished from it, and rather, it became a custom that young children, girls and boys, make to pray Allah for the rain. In Tunisia, it is a performance of picking some wood sticks and decorated with pieces of cloth to form a doll. Then a group of children gather, where one of them stands in front to hold the doll, and they go to every neighbor and every house, chanting and praying Allah for rain. Women of the region go out of their homes and sprinkle the doll with some water, and sometimes they give some candy to the children. In some regions of Tunisia, this performance still occurs up until nowadays. I believe it is a beautiful tradition that was and still inked in many people's hearts with its beautiful memories. Now, my dears, this is the story of Oumouk Tangou. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye bye.